Good morning, and happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. O'Don here, your traffic jockey in the traffic center. 6:03 now is our time. Hopefully, you made it through the the evening here, and everything is in good shape. Here in Central Jersey, not a whole lot of snow, just enough kind of just to annoy you. Um, I Again, I don't have a ruler, but if it's an inch, probably a lot. Um, just eyeballing it, from my front window. So, you know, not really a whole lot, but I'm sure there's certain parts of the area that got a whole lot more than just an inch, and we'll kind of go through everything. We are live here this morning on Facebook and YouTube. We welcome you here to the broadcast. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll go till 7:30 or so. Maybe we push it to 8 o'clock. I'm not sure. I just don't know if there's enough really to talk about because there's really no one on the roads at all, from what I could see so far. My initial first scans of everything, and we haven't been on this early in quite some time. So, anyway, we are on live on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to the broadcast here this morning. We'll have a check of the forecast in just a couple of minutes with John. He is not with us today because he is actually has class, surprisingly. I'm surprised. Well, Brunswick probably didn't get a whole lot of snow, if any. So I would imagine that classes are probably still under session or weren't delayed of any type. So Johnny's got an early class here this morning, so I asked him if he could be on with us live, but he sent over some slides here, so we'll go through that in a minute. Let me set the show up here now. Let's do this. Let's take down the banner. Other banner in. There we go. Maps in a minute. Let me just bring over the slides so I can work on that while we're looking at the maps. Okay. As you can see, there is, quite a bit of green out here. Don't let that fool you, certainly. Because roadways are definitely going to be slippery when wet. So one moment here. Let me just download the slides here for the weather. So hopefully you have a snow day today. Lots of schools here in New Jersey are on delayed openings, and especially up towards parts of Bergen County, Passaic County, Sussex. A lot of schools are just closed. For the first snow day of the year. Can you believe it? Really, the first significant snowfall, it didn't happen until almost March the 1st throughout the entire season. It has to be just about an entire year since the last time that we've seen any kind of weather, snow. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm just trying to put these slides in from Johnny. We'll have our weather in just a brief moment. This will work. 6:06 this morning. Select. There we go. All right. So we're processing our slides. Let's see here. National Weather Service. Well, we could probably look at that now. Here at it looks like they fixed the time. Surprisingly. No, they didn't fix the time. They're still an hour ahead. Well, in less than 2 weeks, they'll be right on the money. Let's see here. Alexander says, good morning, working from home today. Aaron got called into work early this morning. Oh, okay. All right. Well, Safe travels to Aaron there this morning. Um, so yeah, a lot of folks are using the work from home situation. So you can see temps are still into the low 30s, so it's not terribly cold out there. So we will go to the incident pages here this morning. Best idea is if you can to just stay off the roads here for just let the sun come up. Maybe get a little bit warmer out there. And in some areas, it really is just there's just not enough snow for them to plow. That's the problem. So we got a Parkway crash here, south of 143, 287 north at 12 in Franklin. Left lane is shut. 78 westbound local lanes. Watch for a crash there. Outer Ridge Crossing to Staten Island. We've got a crash. Southbound at 141, one lane is shut, and then the water main break there on Observer Highway. Go to the maps, and really the biggest issue really is the Outer Ridge Crossing. Let's go to our cameras. See what we've got. That will be 440, 440 Amboy. Oh, of course you can't see anything but you can see what you can kind of make out is all this traffic on the right. It's just not even moving. Not even moving. I think it goes back as far as 35. Doesn't matter. You can't see it anyway. Let's go to the city cameras and let me dial in that. There's that. There's two cameras here at Torrellon Avenue. No, they don't have it zoomed in. That one's from a week ago. So, well, I guess we could go to the crossings time. I'm going to say probably 15 minutes or so at the Outer Bridge, or 10 at the George, 10, 11 at the Lincoln, same thing. 20 at the Outer Bridge. Okay. So I would say all lanes subject to closure there. Really where it got hit hard is really the Hudson Valley here. So why don't we start there? See what we've got. I'm afraid to even look at the Hudson Valley list. It's not terrible. So east in La Crosse County, the shoulders out with a crash. Palisades, southbound at 10. Left lane is shut. The Hutch north. Helmdale Avenue, one lane is closed. Dutchess, northbound on the Taconic shoulder. Route 6, there's flooding. 84 disabled vehicle jackknife tractor trailer between exits 34 and 36 westbound. State cameras here. Let's see if we can bring in the convo. How does the picture look, Alexandra? Is it breaking up at all? Because I'm getting that error message here saying that it wants to connect to Wi-Fi, and I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. Even here on 84, I mean, the roadways are down to the pavement. I don't know. I mean, until we get official snow totals, every camera you put up just doesn't work. That there, maybe there's 2 or 3 inches of snow. Okay, picture looks good. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why I keep getting that message saying that it's looking to switch over to Wi-Fi for some particular reason, and I don't know what story is there. So again, you're down a pavement. It's just slippery. It looks like most of our precip is pretty much out of the way. Fact is, let's just bring in the radar very quickly. See what we got. Yeah, most of the precip is gone. We're done with the precip for like at least half of our tri-state area. Still, Eastern Long Island is still getting some precip. So is some lights, maybe some light flurries here in towards Upper Westchester, southwestern Connecticut. Looks like there's more rain, more of a rainy event out towards the east end of the island. Out towards Scranton, there's still some lingering showers coming through. Um, really not a whole lot else behind it. Stuff, whether it hits the ground or not, by the time it gets to us here, is remains to be seen. But whatever it is, it's very, very light. The heavier stuff is way off to the east end. Okay, so that's that. This was that broken down tractor trailer. I guess that's not it. Because that says eastbound. They were saying westbound. I think it's eastbound. I think they miss. I think they miss. Put some information in that was wrong between 34 because the exit numbers go east. They go up. Little snowplow action. Again, there. I mean, it kind of looks nice, but it just doesn't. Not a whole lot of snow. From I would say most of the city in Long Island and parts of parts of New Jersey, the snow is going to be gone by tomorrow. It is. It's just that it's done. Let's see here. Let's 6:16. You know what? Let's go to the weather center here and we take a look at our forecast before we switch back over to New Jersey again. Let's see here now. So Johnny says rain, snow pulling out gradually. Another storm to potentially watch for Friday. Could be interesting there. Colder pattern going into mid-March. Now, that is really the first of the season that we've heard that, isn't it? Anna says, Buenos dias. Good morning to you. So that is really the first time we've heard that verbiage, colder pattern going into any part of the winter. Computer forecast, leftover wintry mix. Definitely here with the red lights. Definitely slow it down. Be careful till the sun comes up. Kind of melts things out a little bit. Evening commute still could be some slick spots up to the north, in towards the Hudson Valley, northern New Jersey, parts of southwestern Connecticut. Today's highs are going to be into the lower 40s. So we're going to see some melting here, and if the sun does come out, stuff was going to be pretty much history. So get your phones out, take some pictures because this may be it. But this evening looks like it's going to be fairly cold into the lower 20s. So that could be an issue with some black ice later on tonight with some of the melting of the snow and the refreeze. So let's be careful there. Countdown to spring, Johnny has days left, 20 days to spring. Normal highs are 52. Normal low is 35. Sunrise, 7 a.m. Sunset, 7:08. So 20 days until then. So we will set the clocks ahead on the 12th. And yeah, March So 20 days from today is what, March 19th? So here's the 7-day forecast. So today, it temps right around 40 degrees. Tomorrow, we're looking at close to 50. And then there's some rain on Thursday with almost 60. So all whatever is here is going to get washed away. And then we're going to turn it around again for Friday with potentially another wintry mix there. Saturday, 43, 44 on Sunday, and 48 and sunny on Monday. So all in all, like I said, get your cameras out, get some photographs. So you can tell somebody that, hey, it did actually snow here. We did get a little something. Not much, but we did. So, Johnny, thank you, sir, for the forecast here today. So let's go back to our maps here this morning. Apologize if I'm just like a little whatever. It's just early start here, which is great. Kind of slipped through the alarm, so it was kind of just a fire drill trying to get into the traffic center. Let's see here. Connor says, "Good morning. Good morning to you, sir." So let's see here. Let's go back to New Jersey. Let's go back to our normal routine. Outer Bridge Crossing looks like there's an accident coming back into New Jersey now. That's about 15 to 20 there, leaving New Jersey. Let's bring in some of the cameras. Let's go up to, let's go to 23 here at 94 in Hamburg if the camera's working. There, it's just Alexander says currently we have a black screen. What? Currently see a black screen. Okay. Do you see me? I'll represent the. How about now? You should see Alexander now, the camera. Okay, now we can see. Okay, thank you. That is weird. I've had that happen before doing the New Jersey morning show. All of a sudden, I just lose the maps. I just lose the screen sharing. I don't particularly understand what's going on there. I don't think it's a product of the camera. I mean, I don't think it's a product of the computer. Something with StreamYard. I should really probably get in touch with them to find out what the story is. So there's 23 in Hamburg. Looks like maybe 3+ inches, maybe 3-4 inches at best. I'm just trying to judge on the grassier surfaces here, but it doesn't look like it's really a whole lot of action, quite frankly. Sloppy here. There's probably a couple inches on the ground at 23 at 287. 46. These cameras just are awful. Not bad. Let's go to Route 46. That Fairfield area looks like here at Hollywood Ave. That's pretty bad. Alexander says it's sloppy up in my neck of the woods. Definitely got a few inches. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. We get sun up here. When sunrise is probably another 20 minutes to a half an hour. So that's 46. Let's head out to. Well, there's certainly it's just a dichotomy of kind of split the state in half. I mean, this is down in Cape May County. Look at that. Beautiful. Yep. Even Long Beach Island, there's no snow. Nothing. So let's do this. Let's head to let's go to 195 because I want to see what I think 195 was kind of where the line was split. No snow there in Hamilton. Exit 2 were good. It is, trust me. This is out in Howell, out by Route 9. Nothing. 138 at 18 in Wall. That's good. Let's go to 280 now. Laurel Avenue. That's a sloppy ride here in West Orange with a couple of inches, but still the roads are they're wet. You know, they had most of yesterday, all of yesterday really to prepare. There's definitely a lot of salt being put on some of the local streets where I am. So that's good news. Now, look, I mean, all of the state is sitting on just tons of salt that they haven't used all season. So they're going to try to use some of it. Might as well. This is in Kearney, where it doesn't even look like they got more than an inch. You know, especially in West Orange along 280. You know, along that hill where, gosh, how many people have been stuck on that hill? It's a tough spot. This is up in Mawa, 287 and 17. Again, a couple of inches there. It's a little, I mean, it's impossible to see from that camera. Let's do this. Let's go out to 78, and out to exit 11. So what Hunterdon County got probably a couple inches as well. Jugtown Mountain. I really don't see anything where it's like showing just piles of snow, but roadways are in they're good as far as being not snow covered down at the pavement. This is maybe 2 inches or so. The grass here is even still coming up through the snow. The 78 Why can't they fix these cameras? 78 at Diamond Hill. Look bad. Vauxhall, Glenside Road and Summit. That's probably just a salting truck that those folks are stuck behind. So let's go to Route 80. Head out to Blairstown and Route 94. Pretty pictures, really. Kind of eh. Connor says nothing much is expected down here, just raining. Okay. That's at exit 25. This is at Route 15. Icicle here. Nothing too crazy there along Route 80. Let's go down where Connor is here along Route 18. We go to Monmouth County where it's just rain. There's nothing. 34. Go to Route 1. Yep, same drill here. Here it is at Route 27. Nothing. Zero. Zip. Nada. Nothing. Damn it, Jim. We've got nothing. 42 here. It's just all rain. There's no snow at all. 42 starting to crowd up here to 55. Wow. Kind of tuned up there through the construction. Let's see what else we can find. Where is it? Route 4. 17 looks like here in Paramus. Still doesn't look bad. See, it's these ramps here are what certainly could be a little bit of a challenge. That's where you got to be careful, especially if there's some stop traffic. You got to slow down. You got to hit the brakes. Um, that's where things could get interesting. 6:28 is our time. 6:30, we'll do a reset here of what we got going on. So again, we go to the incident pages here. So east on 78, express lanes east of 56, there's a crash. So let's go to there. There are some cameras. Unless they were looking for it. I don't see anything. See anything there either. Proper verbiage is southbound Parkway 143, then again at 141. Go to the Parkway cameras. I think that's all gone as well. Yeah, that's going south. It's on the shoulder. It's not bothering anybody. 142. There's 144 in Irvington. Roadways are just wet. And again, the temperature is just slightly above freezing. So you got to be real careful as you drive. Obviously, this is at 145. This is by the overpass south of the Essex tolls. This is in Bloomfield at 148. So there's no volume out here this morning. So just take your time. In good shape all around. So let's do this now. Let's bring in transit, see if there's any. Well, here we go. Bus routes 196, 187, terminate in West Milford Park and Ride. Yeah, that's getting up through Skyline Drive. Rails accepting bus tickets on the Port Jervis line to and from Harriman, Tuxedo, Sloatsburg. Short line bus will accept New Jersey Transit tickets and passes in Orange County. Okay. Morrison, Essex, looking about 20 there with a switch issue near Hoboken. About 20 here, a couple trains out of Penn Station and into Trenton. 20, 30 minutes across the board there. Cancel trains on the coastline from Long Branch to watch out for. Path is usually pretty good in these kinds of storms. All path service operating with delays. Provide updates as they become available. Please allow extra travel time. Okay. There we go. We've got that in hand. Let's just go to the MTA while we're on the rail theme. Again, that new Grand Central Long Island Railroad service has started. We have delays in the B train, plan local express to local, the J and the Z, but everything else is in good shape. And Long Island Railroad is fine. Got some delays in the Harlem line, 616 from Southeast to Grand Central delayed because of mechanical issues. Danbury, 526 Danbury Grand Central operating 15 to 20 because of a switch issue at Danbury. So let's bring in, so it's 6:32. Let's go back to the weather centre. This is our forecast from our chief meteorologist, John Rocco. Looking at rain and snow gradually pulling out today. Another storm to watch for Friday. And the other headline is that a colder pattern is going into mid-March. Okay. First time we've seen that verbiage for us. We have some red for the AM commute, obviously, with whatever's left over. So just be careful. Roadways are slick and slippery. Evening commute, so we could still see some slick spots. Again, we'll see how much melting we actually get in the area, and pose some issues for later on this evening with the potential for some black ice. Let's take a look at our high temperatures for today. South Jersey getting close to 50. Central Jersey into the mid 40s, and then further up towards Westchester, Hudson Valley, Connecticut into the upper 30s. So, kind of a pretty decent range of temperatures here. So, most of New Jersey and Long Island City will start to see some melting here today. Hudson Valley maybe takes a little bit longer for that to happen, and that's what I'm concerned with. Is that once we start to see some of the snow melt, we'll start to freeze up here tonight because look at these low temperatures. We're looking at temps into the teens and upper 20s. So it's going to be a very cold evening for tonight. So be careful later on this evening. Now, Johnny's countdown to spring 20 days, and our normal highs will be 52. Normal low at 35. Sunrise at 7 a.m. Sunsets at 7:08. So very nice there. There's the 7-day weather forecast, 39 for today, almost 50 for tomorrow. So all of the snow for the most part is going to be gone by sometime tomorrow, and definitely be out of the way by Thursday with temps almost 60 with some morning showers and, get the 60 in some places. How crazy is this, right? And then another wintry mix potentially in the cards here for Friday. Saturday at 43, Sunday at 44, and Monday at 48. So with the Saturday, low temperatures into the 20s, it's going to be a fairly chilly weekend. So that's your 7-day weather forecast. Okay. So there we have it here this morning. Let's go back to our maps and let's bring in the city incident page. There's too much happening. And just weather issues here at the Verrazano, RFK Triborough, Whitestone, Throgs Neck, Marine Park Bridge. These are all the MTA bridges. Um, Versatile lane, the HOV lane, I think is not in effect here this morning. And we've got flooding eastbound approaching the Brooklyn Bridge. That's usually par for the course. After all these years, I can't believe they have not fixed that. Just don't understand why they can't fix this. Disappointing, quite frankly. Damn it. I feel like there's cameras that are missing from this website. Let's go to the state cameras. Come on. Yeah. I don't know, where's that camera on the city page? Yeah, Susie, right underneath here, but it's a little bit left. It's that drain. They need to just fix that drain in some capacity. So, a little bit of slight standing order, but not by a whole lot. Here it is by Adams Street. I don't know what the heck, when that was from. That last night, 2 nights ago? Hmm. Back to the maps. Again, the Outer Bridge crossing has really been getting hit hard. Interesting how the state cameras all of a sudden are better than the city cameras. I don't know. Had something to do with the switch over to that new website. That didn't get all the cameras. Ah, they moved that one around. That is Ufa. So it's going back to New Jersey here at the Outer Bridge Crossing. That's tuned up. Let's see what we've got here. So about almost 15 at the George, 15 at the Lincoln, 15 at the Holland. Keyboard to come back in. So about 20 in either direction at the Outer Bridge, but it looks like the accident going into Staten Island is now gone. Staten Island Expressway picking up some volume here. Let's see here. These cameras are just all, they're not even updating. These cameras don't even work. Something with the changeover to this new website that they're not, it's got some issue. Those things aren't even working. We're not even going to use them. Not going to use them. Not going to do it. Not going to happen. Stick with our Stady cameras here. Staten Island got a little kind of dusting of snow, but not much else really. This is really just east into the construction. To Bradley Avenue. Some heavy delays on the delay. Let's go here. That's the Gowanus. That's pretty ugly looking. Prospect of 3rd Avenue. Another ugly deal there. There's the Gowanus. Coming into Hamilton Avenue, and that's just normal slow traffic getting up into the BQE. Which is right here. The Van Wyck is picking up some traffic now. Cross Island, LIE, Grand Central picking up this early mess here this morning. Straight through to Queens. Southbound BQE is heavy. Westbound on the Grand Central, LaGuardia is busy. The Bronx, southbound on the Bruckner is heavy here at the Bronx River Parkway. West on the Cross Bronx, that also is busy both ways coming up to Jerome Avenue. And then south on the HRD is busy there at the RFK. Go to Long Island. Let's bring in that page. Dial them in. And let's see here. Westbound at 48. That's for a crash there. Overturned vehicle on the Robert Moses Causeway. Area of Great South Bay Bridge. Okay. I don't think this Cross Island camera shows anything. No. People humming along at a good pace. Here's the issue on the LIE. So that's westbound heading away into, maybe this camera's got it. Yeah, there it is. So we're on the shoulder here, but everyone's stopping to take a look at it. It's not a horrible delay, just a little minor inconvenience there heading west. Southern State West is heavy here at 135, and then some early volume here. People getting an early start for those who actually have to go in to work here this morning, going west of the Northern State Connector. Let's see. LIE to Deer Park Avenue is good. So is Sunrise Highway, that's highway, that's clear. LIE also is in good shape. Um, Sunrise Highway east of Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton, that is busy. Over to Connecticut, we're still seeing maybe some residual effects here of the snow on 25, Route 8. Let's see here. Merritt Parkway, busy out through the 33. 31, pardon me. 31. Hudson Valley is fairly quiet. Just again, as you make your way further north, obviously a little more snow, a little more, of the slick conditions. 202 Route 6, Route 9, Route 22. West Point, Washingtonville. Yeah, there's really just not a whole lot going on. It's surprisingly, right? With all this, with the weather, just isn't. You're back to New Jersey again. Eastbound 78 express lanes east of 55 has a lane down. 280 westbound at Pleasant Valley Way. Yeah, I don't. Updated something. So now the outer bridge is closed back to New Jersey. Just kind of jumping in there. 6:46 at the time. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. Facebook and YouTube are where we are at. We thank you so much for dialing us up here this morning. And gosh, I feel like I'm losing my voice. Let's see what we want to do. Let's take a quick break here for a moment and talk to our friends, our sponsors, especially our good buddy Ralph here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 908-272-3000, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com, 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. Head over for the best ice cream, and we are just 3 days away from opening day for Ralph at the shop. I spoke to Ralph over the weekend. He is doing very, very well. He's getting excited for his 14th season at the Vanilla Bean Creamery, and probably going to go over in about a week or two, and maybe just sit down and talk to Ralph, get a little preview of the upcoming season. He is busy kind of refiring up everything, getting all the freezers up to temperature and getting all his ingredients and all of his supplies and all his materials for this upcoming season to get things kicked off for Friday. He's got a lot of ice cream he's got to make here between now and Friday. So, again, it's just a limited menu, basically. It is, very limited. Doesn't have the full complement of flavors. So if you're interested, he just has the kind of the core staple ice cream flavors for you. As he opens up on Friday at noon, so 12 p.m. Mark it down on your calendars. Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery. Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery.com. Go to his Facebook page, and that will update you if there's any changes to that opening time on Friday, March the 3rd. So we're just 3 days away. Count them, 3 days away from opening day here at the Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery. Now, if you want to go over to the Vanilla Bean Creamery and looking fresh, you can stop at the Shaved Cave, which is about a 5-minute ride where Ralph is in Clark. This is the Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283. Head over to the Shaved Cave for your manly grooming needs, for your beards, your hot towel shaves, your fades, the whole deal there. Definitely give them a call, make an appointment because they're busy all the time, friends. They're always busy. The place is just rocking, seems like 24/7. They have the big screen TVs, they put the games on. It's really a cool place. Definitely a classic barbershop feel with a modern flair to it. That is the Shaved Cave. My friends Omar and Gustavo and Alex, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, 908-325-6283. Also look them up on Facebook and give them a follow. Also, our good friend travels with Darlie Newman. Wonderful travel program on Amazon Prime, Ovation TV's Journey, and Wondrum, as well as PBS Creates, and also New Jersey PBS into the 10th season now. We're already halfway through the list. I think we're coming up on episode 5 or 6. I have to catch up on my Darlie here for the episodes. I'm about a few episodes behind, but I have them DVR'd, so we're in good shape there. So definitely give Darlie's program a look. Again, our long-term viewers here know big fan of Darlie and her work on the program. It's a great travel show. Local is the major theme of all of her broadcasts, that she tries to find a local to take her around and show her where all the great places are to go, to eat, to drink. Puts in definitely some history as well. Has a great staff that travels with her around the world to put on this great program called Travels with Darlie, or TWD as we call it. And definitely check her out on Amazon Prime, Wondrum, Ovation TV's Journey, PBS Create, and New Jersey PBS. And definitely, if you get a chance, go to her new shop, darliecnewman.com/shop. That's where she's selling this wonderful merchandise, as you saw in the open behind me, the wonderful travel mug that I picked up to represent the 10th season of Travels with Darlie. Has some sweatshirts and also some t-shirts, hoodies. So lots of cool merchandise there. So head over to darliecnewman.com/shop, and Darlie's main website is darlie-newman.com. That will give you more information on the show and where to find it and all the particulars there about Travels with Darlie. And we thank Darlie so much for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Also want to thank our friends over at Maxim Motor Cars. Let me bring up their particulars here this morning as we dial our friends Nick and Anthony out in Morris County. 973-620-9060, and they are on West Clinton Street, Route 15 here in beautiful Dover, New Jersey. If you're looking for an affordable used vehicle or just an affordable car, period, it really is one of the best places to go to find that, where the average new car price is pushing $45,000, which is insane. Absolute insanity, right? So head out to Maxim Motor Cars 973-620-9060 for some most of these vehicles have some higher mileage on them, but they're still in great shape, all handpicked by Anthony himself as well as Nick son. So we've got the Ford Mustang. I still think that that's a bit of a collectible there. A rare gem, diamond in the rough, as they say, right? So the Volvo here, looking at some of these mileages, 155,000, 113,000, but they're affordable and they still run. They still probably get another 100,000 out of them. The Mazda 6 Touring at 8,500. There, the Ford Focus Wagon, Grand Cherokee sold. The Roadster is still in the stable, and so is the Pontiac G8 Base, the 2009. It's with 164,000 miles on it. This one is new to the lineup, is this interesting Type S. Look at this. That's in good shape. That's a really nice looking vehicle. Excuse me. Let's see what we got. Gosh, that's in really good shape. That looks like a garage car. That definitely looks like a garage kept car, no question about it. I mean, look at that engine. You could eat off it. Wow, look at that. Scuffing on the door here, but that certainly can be taken care of. Got the tan leather inside. It's got navigation. Let's see what else it's got. Oh, it's got a backup camera too. Look at that. Inside, unfortunately, is a little banged up here, but I'm sure that can be taken care of with the proper personnel. Interesting vehicle. Haven't seen one of these in years. Rare Moroccan red pearl over the tan leather. 286 horsepower VTEC V6. Wow, a lot of work being done on that. New serpentine belt, coolant, new engine mounts, new air filter, cabin air filter, AC compressor, new Acura battery. Wow. A lot going on there. How many owners is this thing? Interesting. How many miles is that one? 118.5. Okay. 13. No, you probably get, that engine is in good a shape and half the 3/4 of the parts are put back together again. You probably get at least another 100,000 out of that. All right. So they just love the color and it's kind of a sharp looking vehicle. So nonetheless, Maxim Motor Cars 973-620-9060. 303 West Clinton Street in Dover. Give Nick and Anthony a call for a quality used vehicle. All right, so we got 3 minutes to kind of mark time here. So let's we'll reset here at 7, and we will go to first before we do that, before we go, then the wrong one. This is Darley Shop. DarleyCNewman.com/shop. You see the Travels of Darley sweatshirts, and we have the travel mug. This is the one that I got with the rock dates on it, kind of the. And there's the t-shirt there in a bunch of different colors. So head over to darleycnewman.com/shop for we got about 2.5 minutes here. We'll reset at the top of the hour. That'll put us just about the hour mark for the broadcast. We'll back into the playlist here. Take a look at the National Corvette Museum. Let's see what we've got in the stable here. That one. 70th anniversary convertible. I believe it's the White Pearl, which has been discontinued for 24. That's the silver, black stripe. That's the beauty of the Corvette, is that you can customize these pretty much any which way you'd like. It's almost to the point where each one is almost a one-off to a degree. There's another 70th anniversary in black, red badging. That's kind of sharp. There's another jet black. That, I believe, is the Z06. It is, yes, Z06. Wow. Impressive. Most impressive. Looks to be just a standard base model. Up early at the National Corvette Museum, I believe. I don't know whether Bowling Green is an hour behind us. I don't believe that they are. What is that? Is that Rapid Blue? I believe so. Stingray R package on it. The emblems. That's kind of cool looking. That looks like it's Elkhart Lake Blue, which I believe is changing for the 24 season. There's your white, standard white Corvette coupe. It's a 2LT, at least a 2LT. The heads-up display, so you know. Take a look outside. Nice looking sunrise coming up here. So I think Bowling Green, no, they are an hour behind us. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Okay, friends. So you are watching the Tri-State Traffic Show here on YouTube and Facebook. We are up and running. We've been up and running for the last hour here on this snowy Tuesday. Connor says heavy commute near Woodbridge Avenue and Route 1. Okay, we'll take a look, see if we can find some cameras there. Let's bring in our branding again. Thank you so much for dialing us up here. We'll go for, well, we'll go till at least until 8 o'clock, if not a little bit shorter than that. We'll see how it all plays out. But anyway, so we've got issues here in New Jersey. We've got, well, the outer bridge from Staten Island back to New Jersey still closed with a crash. 78 eastbound express lanes in Newark at 55, 280. That's been out there for some time. I don't think that any of that stuff is even there anymore. The 78 thing is definitely there, but let's go there. Let's go back to Lyons Avenue. That's going east. It's just, so it's right in here, just east of the Parkway, and that's going to be on the express side of things. So look for that. So if you're coming up the Garden State Parkway and you normally take 78 out to the airport, stay with 22, take the freeway there. That's going to be the easier ride this morning. But again, there is very little volume here in New Jersey at all. So many schools are on delayed openings. So many schools are actually closed up in North Jersey. There's the westbound crash on 280. It's off in the distance there. I don't have another camera to show you. Crash or broken? Yeah, it's a crash. Between 8 and 7, the left lane is shut. Watch for that. We've got this big water main break in Hoboken there on Observer Highway. Corvette Museum. And see what we got. What are we doing? That's New Jersey. We'll go to the city and Hudson Valley. Hutch northbound at Boston Post Road. We got a lane down with a crash. Westbound LIE at exit 60. There's a crash. The throughway here just northbound after exit 13. Sprainbrook, North Central Park Avenue. Conic South at 35. Meadowbrook, broken down vehicle northbound. Shoulders out north at 10 in Cortlandville. Okay. Back to the, we'll see if this cleared up here. No, it's still there on the westbound LIE here in just before the Woodbury area by exits 46, 48. Back over here to the Hutch. Let's see if we can dial up those cameras there. Of course. One camera you want, it's got to be like resetting. Foolishness. There's the crash in the Hutch just north of Boston Post Road. And then going south here on the Hutch, looks like we've got some other issues this morning south of Mill Road with a crash. North, south, nobody can tell the direction they're in. Other than that, a little bit slippery here on the Merritt into the Hutch out by King Street. So is that Taconic Parkway coming up to the Sawmill. Heavy. East-west Mill Road, right lane blocked there, southbound. That's what we saw. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got. So let's see what we got here now. Let's see here. What we got. The thing in these days, sometimes you feel like there should be a lot more going on, and there isn't because there's so many different schools that are out and so Um, 1 second. I just got to look up something. Gotta look up what 6:28 a.m. Oh, come on. Let's see here now. Whoops. Union County. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Okay, that's that. I just gotta check one other thing here. Okay, let's close out of these two websites. No, I was just looking at some of the school closings very briefly. Dr. Jones. Let's go to South Jersey here because the 5542 interchange is just seeing the normal progression of traffic here this morning. Now that we are arrived at sunup. Wow, look at that mess. Someday, somehow, that construction will finish in someone's lifetime. Hopefully, make things easier. Definitely a sluggish ride, as they say. Let's go to 76. I'm going to dial that in very briefly. That's heavy. Heading west. Go to 676 at the Whitman. Yeah, that's okay there. So this is just really our normal drill here of traffic. Just some wet roads, basically, from coming out of Washington Township, Berlin. As we head to Atlantic City, Somers Point, Ocean City, Wildwood, Cape May, and traffic looks fine. Go back down on that Cape May camera. Strange to hear birds out there with the snow. They're, maybe they didn't really migrate as much as they were because of the warm weather up here. Taylor's Mill Road here. Let's see, where are we going? This up a little bit. So really, the three outliers are the Outer Ridge Crossing is all banged up both ways. Jersey bound side has got a crash still being cleared. Eastbound on 78. Now we're dialing it out back through to the Parkway now. The express lanes here. So if you're coming out of Summit, Springfield, Berkeley Heights, Mountainside, New Providence, stay with the local lanes instead is going to be the better ride. East of the Parkway, it's the express lanes have a crash. And then west on 280 here into Prospect Avenue in between 8 and 7. Watch for another collision. Now, most of the schools, if not most of the schools here in northern Bergen, Passaic County, they're all closed. So they did the right thing. Shutting it down. Shut it down, Johnny. For today, look, they have 3 snow days. You might as well use them because this may be it. Bridges and tunnels, still about 15 apiece across the borders. People are just waking up. And we're at 7:12, and we haven't been on this early in quite some time. We've already been on for an hour and 10 minutes at this point. Try to get to 8 o'clock here. If my voice will hold out. We'll try to hold out here until 8 a.m. So let's see what we've got. What else do we want to do here? Again, the Hutch north of Boston Post Road, south here, over by East and West Street. Is that what it's called? Mill Road, pardon me. North Avenue, that's what I was going for. No, it is Webster Avenue. Crash there. Cross Bronx is dialed out here. Kind of normal stuff through Jerome. 3rd Avenue, south of the Bruckner, as you get in towards the Hunts Point Drawbridge, Harlem Drive. We are busy here, south of the RFK. Grand Central, passing LaGuardia, southbound on the BQE, getting into the LIE. Actually, yesterday there was some spring training baseball on yesterday. It was good to see the warm weather, and I don't know why we keep talking about the warm weather when this winter has been zero, nothing. So to just a week ago, it was 63 degrees last Monday. BQE is dialed out both ways, getting into the Brooklyn Bridge. That's kind of normal stuff, right through onto the Gowanus, and this gets all the way backed up across the Verrazano onto the Staten Island Expressway. Just a lot of volume, surprisingly. Folks taking it easy, slowing things down. Any sun glare? I don't think so. I think it's too cloudy, quite frankly. Yeah, that's pretty ugly right there. It's just a lot of volume. Getting onto the Gowanus. Wow. Again, some of this also could be, some of the slow traffic could also be a result of some salting operations taking place this morning. But we are coming through the heart of the morning rush hour now at 7:15. So let's do this. Let's go back to the Weather Center, bring in John's forecast for us. So rain, snow is going to be gradually pulling out of the area. Another storm need to watch is for Friday. Could be some interesting weather pattern around these parts. Colder pattern going into mid-March. So that's kind of interesting. We never heard that verbiage in a while. Leftover wintry mix for this morning. Obviously, red lights across the board. Evening commute. Well, looking at yellow here because, the potential, if we get any kind of sun, as you'll see with the high temperatures for today, will be into, we might as well just go to it, into the, depending on where you are, into the lower 50s, upper 40s, low, right around 50 in South Jersey, mid 40s to really the cutoff line there for the temperatures is probably about just north of the Driscoll Bridge. It's going to be still kind of chilly out there with temps only about 40 on average. And then further north you go, we get up into the upper 30s. So you're definitely going to see a little bit of melting. That's got a bit of a concern for the evening commute because it could slowly start to freeze up because as you see the low temperatures for this evening, going to be quite cold into the lower 20s to upper teens. So that's going to be, could be a bit of a challenge here getting through your later evening commute, obviously once the sun goes down. Johnny's put in a great forecast here for the countdown to spring. 20 days left. 52 degrees is your normal high. 35 is the low. Average, the sunrise there is at 7 and sunset at 7:08. So on March 19th, St. Joseph's Day, Sunday, is the first day of spring. 39 degrees with a wintry mix getting out of the way. We're pretty much done with all the precipits out of the way now. Mostly sunny, gorgeous day tomorrow, getting close to 50. 57 on Thursday with an early morning shower chance. So all the snow here pretty much probably I'd say from maybe Route 80 or pretty much most of this is all gone by Thursday. Just setting up for what could be another event on Friday with a wintry mix. Saturday coming in at 43, mostly cloudy, 44, and on Sunday, mostly sunny, and 48 and sunny on Monday. So there's our forecast. We thank our good friend, Chief Meteorologist John Rocco, for a look of the weather. So let's go back to our maps now. And let's bring back this Outer Bridge crossing situation. See if they've moved the camera or the 440 cam. I think so. Pretty tuned up. Camera's just all banged up. Okay. Let's go back to the state cameras. Back here, this is the one that they had it on. Nice job, City DOT. Nice. So everything is still shut there, heading back to New Jersey at the Outer Bridge crossing. Hmm. That's dial out. Let's bring in the times. Still about 15 on average across the board. It's shut. And we know that. So looking at a good solid 15 to 20 in either direction there at the Outer Bridge crossing. Again, it's not too many times you see much happen at the Outer Bridge. Hate to say it, but it's just it is what it is. 78 is still tuned up here. Bring this up. Come on. Go. Yeah, so you want to go with the local lanes. That's the express lanes in the center. Let's see what else we've got. Let's close out of that image. Back to New Jersey. Eastbound express lanes. Now they're saying all lanes were closed. The operation. Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, for the most part, it's just the city. It's just a lot of traffic here on the LIE. Grand Central. The Van Wyck is banged up. It's to Long Island now. The Wantagh going north of the Southern is fairly crowded. Sadicos heading north. Crooked Hill Road. Bring that camera in. Parkway. Where are you? There it is. Aha. We will find. Let's see here. Get a broken down vehicle north here. S2? Camera, although they doing a nice job. Folks. Nothing works. Damn it. Damn it, Jim. Back to Pioneer Drive. So yeah, it's in S2. That right lane is shut. So again, the right lane is out. Hmm. Pretty stiff shot there. Coming up from the southern, so be careful there. West here out by exit 60, there was an earlier problem. I believe that's gone. But let's just bring that back in. Whatever it is, I believe, is on the shoulder. Brief slowdown. That this morning. So it's getting, a little bit busier now because it is 7:25 in the morning. Uh Northern State busy to 106, 107. LIE out to the exit 39 is busy. And just a lot of volume here pushing west through Queens on the LIE. Same thing with the Grand Central. Bet this wasn't last week when there was no school. But the Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue is heavy. North on the Cross Island up to Hillside Avenue is busy. Cross Island north up to the Whitestone. Just the normal delayed spots here. Way around it. Not a whole lot of outlier issues. They're saying a crash in the George inbound George upper level. Broken down vehicles southbound approaching Northern Boulevard. Flooding. Passable. Let's see what the BQE is by Northern. Queensboro Toyota. I don't really see anything there as well. George Washington Bridge, upper level, inbound there. We got a problem. Broken down vehicle on the Walt Whitman Parkway south at 143. 2 lanes are out now. So now more people are starting to get up and about. Dial things out. Be dialing. That's probably gone through about 20. It's still at 15. Let's go to the Parkway cameras. Let's see if we can bring that accident into view. See anything at 144, 145. Does the tower have it? No. No. Whatever it is, it's right in here. Again, there's not a whole lot of volume. So south on the Parkway to 143. That's where you have the crash. Eastbound express lanes here at 55 in Newark, Hillside, between Hillside and Newark. That's all lanes subject to closure there with that crash. Traffic using the shoulder. Okay. 676 at the Whitman shows anything. No, it's fairly heavy though. Hmm. Nothing there. Up here to the approach to the George. Well, that's at 69. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Happy New Year. Camera at 9 I wanted to show you, but there it is by the Molly picture. There's no snow here at all. Nothing. 0.0. Down the Wildwoods, if you get any kind of sun at all, that's at the toll plaza there. Stone Harbor is definitely cloudy. The Cape May tolls, more out of focus cameras. Barnegat tolls, New Gretna, Tom's River, Tommy's River. 105, 109, we're good. 116, 17, 120. Getting up to the Bon Jovi rest area. A little more snow on the grass here out by the Driscoll Bridge. Off the bridge, this is the tower cam here showing the DOT and the Turnpike Authority. To the Colonia rest area, no deal. This is in Clark. That's an ugly looking camera. So, yeah. Let's see here. We will go to 280 at Prospect. Let's see if that crash is gone. Not, it is still there. That is, wow, that's really heavy. Let's go out to 78. Now the sun is up. We're at 7:30. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show on Facebook and YouTube. We're going till 8 a.m. 2-hour show. We haven't had a 2-hour show in quite some time. Again, it's, just a couple different outliers here and there, but other than that, it's fairly tranquil, which is to be expected with a lot of schools on delayed openings and canceled and so forth. There's 78 at Tunnel Road. Let's see, 31 at that's 78 at 31. Well, let's check out 287. Let's just see what it looks like here. Out through Morristown. Snowy. Some visibility issues there. Out by Hanover and Route 10. 287 to Route 80. We're down at the pavement. So let's do this now, friends. Let's go back to transit. Let's dial them in. Oof. So we've got Gladstone rail service suspended both ways, Gladstone and Far Hills. Equipment issues near Gladstone. Operate between Summit and Far Hills. 196, 197 buses are going to terminate West Milford because of that's the bus routes that go up along Skyline Drive. Corridor still looking at about 20 minutes. I'd say on all transit, I would give yourself at least another pad it by about a half hour or so, just because you get the slippery rail conditions. Coastline here has got a couple canceled trains. So just keep that in mind if you are traveling throughout the region here this morning. All path resuming normal schedules now. Apologize for any inconvenience. That was at 7 o'clock. Go to the MTA, see if we picked up any delays here as people are out and about. 2AE, M, and R have delays. Planned Express to local there, J and the Z. Longer train crews there on the 2 train. Signal problem at Lafayette on the A. E, both ways requests FDNY assistance. Track fire near Jamaica Van Wyck. Metropolitan bound M, 95th Street bound R trains are delayed. Okay. Rails. Some delays here on the Montauk branch. 548 Montauk to Long Island City. 10 to 15. Link through Spionk at this time. 616 Southeast Grand Central canceled because of mechanical issues. We've got delays on the New Haven line. 15 to 20. Disabled train at South Norwalk. Keep you updated there. Service change Danbury Grand Central canceled because of mechanical issues. And some of these mechanical issues, because obviously some of this is weather related. Some of it could be switch gear, some of the trains and so forth, just having some issues this morning. So let's do this. Let me bring in temperature list. Let's just see where we're at. EWR at 33, light drizzle, fog and mist. Farmingdale, fog and mist at 34. So we're hovering right around the freezing mark all across the board. Up to Monticello, let's see what that is. That's a 24. Definitely a frostier start there in the Hudson Valley. And if you go to Atlantic City, they're looking at overcast and 42 already. Delaware is at 45. Ocean City, I believe that's Ocean City, Maryland. I think so. 45. McGuire at 37. Mount Holly at 39. Wildwood is already at 45 and climbing. So I think South Jersey Cape May is going to be probably into the low 50s eventually here today. Exactly what Johnny said. So get a little bit of a warmer air push there into South Jersey. Let's see now. What do we want to do? I think Seton Hall plays this evening. Not mistaken. Let's see here. Throw my shoulder out, just stretched. Oh goodness. Let's see here now. Oh, let's throw the Vanilla Bean Creamer to the Facebook page. Let's just bring him in. There it is. We're back. We'll be reopening on Friday, March 3rd. For the 2023 season. If you'd like to order a cake for next weekend, please give us a call and leave a message. All right. Buddy Ralph is just about there. He is just about ready to open up for business. Absolutely. Let's go to the Googles. Google now. Google. Let's see where Connor's Rutgers Scarlet Knights are. Big win over Penn State. I believe they had to come back. They were down fairly substantially there. They're not playing until Thursday in Minnesota. Oofa. And they're home to Northwestern on Sunday, which is the end of the season. Okay. Seton Hall is doing. They play this evening against Villanova. Yeah, 8:30, an 8:30 start. Wow, that's late. Connor says Rutgers can beat Minnesota easily. Okay. And Seton Hall season ends on. They pretty much have to win both of these games in order to even be any kind of a conversation about the tournament. No question about that. Let's see here. The record standings. I don't know why they call themselves still the Big Ten. There's 13 teams. Yeah, they should beat Minnesota. They've only got one win. Conference. They're 7-20, so that should be a win. Northwestern could be a different situation. So Rutgers is at 18-11. Northwestern coming in at 20-9. That could be dare I say that could be a must win for Rutgers. So you figure you get the Minnesota game. So you go to 19-11. And yeah, it's 19-11, 20-11 is the max that could go here. So Northwestern could certainly lose the next two. Same thing with Maryland and Indiana. Jump into second place here, or at least up to the top five if Indiana, Maryland, and Northwestern all lose the next two. But I don't think that's going to probably happen. So yeah, I think Rutgers has to win both to really have that strong conversation for the big dance, and then maybe a game in the. But they've had some pretty good wins. That's what's going to help them. They've had some quality wins throughout the season. So, yes. And again, going to have to get a lot of help here for my Pirates. It just does not look good whatsoever. I mean, Marquette is kind of running away with it here. Providence, Seton Hall's at 16-13. That's you got to win both. They've had a couple nice wins, but I don't think enough to really get involved. Northwestern 50-50. I would agree. Top four teams can get a possible double bye. Yeah. So they don't have to play in the first round of the Big Ten tournament. Okay. Villanova is definitely beatable. It's the Providence game. Providence is the problem. So we shall see. You've split it. You're 17-14 at the end of the season. Seton Hall's, in order to get any kind of a conversation, Seton Hall, I think, has to win the Big East tournament. I think that's about the only way to get into. Yeah. Let's see where the Nets and the Knicks are at this point. Knicks are in fifth place. They're actually playing quite well. They've just won 6 in a row. Look at the Milwaukee Bucks, the winners of 14. Oof, En fuego. Knicks should be solidly in the playoffs here unless some catastrophic demise. 36 and 27. Wow. 9 games over 500. They're playing real well. They should absolutely be in the playoffs here. There's no question about that. 8.5 games out of first. You're not going to catch the Bucks. Ain't going to happen. Celtics 76ers is a lot to handle there. So, if the season ended today, it looks like they're playing a 4-5 game against the Cavs. Nets are right in the mix there as well. Sad to see the Bulls right at 11th place. Magic. Pistons haven't been good in so long. Goodness gracious. Let's try the West. Denver looking pretty solid here at 43 and 19. Grizzlies. Sacramento Kings actually putting on looks like a halfway decent performance. Clippers, Mavericks, Warriors, Jazz, Suns, Blazers, Lakers, Thunder, Spurs, Rockets. These are all, powerhouse teams back in the day, and there's nowhere to be found. Interesting. All right, so we are at 7:44 now. Go back to our list here this morning. We will do so let's do this. Let's do one. Let's wait till 7:45. We'll do one last check of the weather for us. Then we'll run down the incidents and we'll get ready to sign off here at the top of the hour. For almost 2 hours here this morning. Again, usually not on Tuesdays, but I was Snow Day from MeTV. So we did all my stuff yesterday. Okay, so let's go back to the weather centre. So again, the rain, snow gradually pulling out of the area. Another storm to watch on Friday, colder pattern going into mid-March. We take a look at the morning commute, lots of red lights there. Leftover, the wintry mix is still, whatever is left over, obviously just getting out of the way for us. But again, roadways are going to be slippery and slick, and make sure you clear all the snow off the vehicle as well, off the top of those SUVs that you can't really reach. You try to do your best to do that. So we've got the commuter forecast. Johnny's got yellow arrows up for this evening, and that is a bit of a concern that whatever melts here today in the afternoon hours could possibly refreeze for this evening, because you see today's high temperatures into the upper 40s to around 50 in South Jersey. Again, you saw that temperature in Wildwood at already 45 degrees at the airport. And as you progress up the parkway, let's say, into the lower 40s to the mid 30s towards the north and west and the parts of Sussex County, Dutchess, Orange County, Ulster County, southwestern Connecticut, the island, the city only getting up to 40 degrees. So it's going to be a little bit more on the chillier side. And then this evening is really going to have the bottom drop out here into the lower 20s for the most part. It's going to be a fairly cold evening. And that's where you could start to see some flash freezing with these temps dropping into the lower 20s to upper teens. So be real careful here this evening. Johnny's countdown to spring, 20 days. March 19th is first day of spring. Normal high is 52. Normal low is 35. Sunrise at 7 a.m. and sunset at 7:08. Set the clocks ahead a week from Sunday, which is going to help out vastly. So today, about 39 degrees on average. Tomorrow looks like a nice day, closer to 50, 49 degrees there. The evening temperature, the temperature are actually going to come up. So only about 10 to 15 degrees warmer for the low temperatures, getting closer to just around 40. and it's going to be close to 60 on Thursday. So whatever snow we have throughout this entire area, it is going to be gone. We have a morning shower chance there. And then another wintry mix looks like it's going to be on its way for Friday. So we'll see how that shapes up. I don't think it's really going to amount to a whole lot. And then the weekend doesn't look bad in the mid 40s. That's kind of average for this time of the year. And then Monday is a sunny day at 48. So a bit of a rough, unsettled pattern here the next couple of days until we get into the weekend. So plan your travels accordingly. And we thank Chief Meteorologist John Rocco for the weather updates here this morning. So we'll run down all the incident lists here again at 8 o'clock. We're going to sign off. We got 12 minutes left. Let's see. Parkway South 143. Everything is open there. Whitman Bridge back into Pennsylvania. Philly has got a broken down vehicle. So our issues here on the Parkway still continue, although all lanes are open. East on 78, the express lanes have been reopened there at 55. 280 looks pretty good here in West Orange. Accident gone. Let's see here. Pardon me, just had a sneeze. This heat here at my house is so dry. That's the problem. It's like, oh, it's like living in a toaster oven. So yeah, North Jersey, everything is pretty much clean and green for the most part. Again, it's can be slippery, certainly local roads and so forth. All the highways are fine. Outer Bridge Crossing, we're still picking up the pieces here this morning. Either direction there, but it is finally coming down because I believe that the accident is gone. It is. It's coming back into New Jersey. Monmouth County is good at 29. Building up some volume into the Trenton Tunnel. That's kind of normal. Let's see. 55, 295, 42. Still a big time mess here. The Whitman Bridge. It's all dialed out. This is actually the Ben Franklin. Benjamin Franklin Bridge. See if they turn that camera around on 676 at the Whitman. It's looking the wrong way. Should have turned it around. It would show you the broken down vehicle. Probably. I don't know. So yeah, so there we go. That's here because the broken down vehicle. Then Franklin, people are bailing out of the Whitman and just heavy getting into downtown Philly. Normal Bacchanal traffic here on 42 and 55. Widen up here onto the Parkway, Route 9, Somers Point, Ocean City, Atlantic City, Cape May Wildwood. That Parkway. '78. The Bay Extension actually starting to pick up some volume here, surprisingly. Let's go to these temps are out of date. Go to the crossings now. Still about 15 or so. Outer Bridge is coming down to under 10, so that shouldn't be an issue here shortly. Even Staten Island beginning to lighten it up a little bit. Bell Parkway seeing some delays both ways into Cropsey Avenue. Bell Gowanus, BQE, just the normal. This is just all normal traffic here. It has nothing really to do with the weather whatsoever. LIE both ways. The fairgrounds, the Grand Central is heavy. The Grand Central, the Van Wyck here. Out towards Jamaica Avenue, Hillside Avenue, north on the Cross Island. We are busy. The Bronx, typical delays here on the Cross Bronx and the Bruckner. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just so dry in here. Oh gosh. Let's see here now. All right, let's do this. We did the New Jersey incident page here. Let's go to the New York City incident page, run down the incident pages here because I'm running out of steam, quite frankly. Anna says, thanks for your storm coverage. Say, oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me. And thank you for joining me last night. We did a little impromptu evening edition of the big broadcast. And I don't think we've ever been on that late. So the flooding is gone. We've seen that before. Approaching Northern Boulevard, I don't see anything there. Delays at our bridge crossing. We know about that. Let's go to Long Island now. Let's see. Agree with Anna. Thanks for the discoveries. Also, apologies for missing your show last night. No apologies in order. I didn't even know I was doing it, and I was doing some stuff for my other job, updating some school closing, some school delayed openings and things like that. And I said, well, let's just come on. Let's just see what we've got. So here it is: broken down vehicle north of Crooked Hill Road. Pilgrim Psychiatric Hospital. That Sag Coast issue that we've been monitoring. So that would be right in here. I got a feeling that's probably gone, but take a look. Yeah, it looks like it's off of the shoulder, so really not gonna dial too many folks out here. Um, no, I feel like there's a little bit more snow here on Long Island than kind of what I was thinking. That's the North Shore. Let's see what the South Shore looks like. Pretty much equal across the board. Sunrise Highway, old Sunrise Highway. This is the Robert Moses deal. Okay, so widen this up a little bit. Southern State seeing a ton of traffic here. Obviously, the normal areas, the Wantagh, Meadowbrook Parkway. Um, Heavy here on the LIE going west to 135. Northern States, just west of the connector. We are busy. The Southern going west of Deer Park Avenue over to 109 is heavy. Westbound LIE. This is that thing over by exit 60 that we saw. Still kind of really messing traffic up a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. I don't see anything there. Holbrook. Ugly looking out here in the island. Yeah, there it is on the right shoulder. But everyone's got to stop and take a look. Let's run down the Connecticut incident page. I feel like we didn't do that before, but there wasn't much here. 91 north between 10 and 11, two lanes are shut. Up here, that is right in this area here. I got a feeling a lot of Connecticut schools were canceled today. Bridgeport, Fairfield, Westport, Stamford, Greenwich, because there's just nobody out here. It's a work from home day. Alexander is working from home. Hudson Valley, we still have some delays here on the Hutch this morning, getting up into the Cross County. Kind of just normal. Lots of schools closed, I'm sure of it, here in the Hudson Valley, Tarrytown, White Plains, Scarsdale, Thruway 287, on over towards Rockland, Orange counties, the Thruway. Let's just bring in a few. Maybe that's how we'll wrap it up here. We'll go back to transit as well, but let's kind of head up to the Hudson Valley. See how it looks now with the sun up. These Thruway cameras are just awful, absolutely horrific. Show nothing, and it's just lemon squeezer. What the hell is lemon squeezer? Is it a park? Or down on the pavement, nonetheless, it's pretty ugly looking, quite frankly. Resorts World, Hudson Valley. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, it's not a fire. I think it's just the way the little image happened on the VMS sign there. Hmm. We have a few flurries still hanging around. This is maybe an inch or two, maybe a little bit more. I mean, it's tough to tell here. Grassy median, as they say. Tompkins Corner. They put the cameras in Connecticut, Tunnel Road and Exit 9. This is in Sandy Hook. Little Peach Lake. Let's go a little bit further to the north here. Lincoln. Oh, ooh, that's in Kingston. That's pretty ugly looking. It's still snowing here. That is ugly. Let's go up into Albany. Berkshire Connector. Skodak text area. Whatever that is. I don't know what that means. Is it an area people can just pull over for text or something? Or hmm. It's up towards the Albany area. Albany. Head over here. Buffalo looks like. Yeah, they got some snow there too. When is Buffalo not? They probably have less snow now than we do. Haven't really heard much out of Buffalo these days. There's nothing there. Nothing. This is on the Pennsylvania border. All right, so let's finish up with the transit situation, and I want to see if I can find a Gladstone Branch, New Jersey Transit suspended both ways. Gladstone and Far Hills. That's equipment issues. 196, 197 bus routes. West Milford Park and Ride. They are going to originate, terminate at the Park and Ride because that's the ones that go up Skyline Drive. Path, I believe, is on or close to schedule, if I'm not mistaken. Normal service. We know that. No. Hoboken 33rd, Hoboken World Trade delayed. Signal problem at Hoboken. I want to go back to transit again because I just want to see what the delays are on the coastline and corridor. Corridors on or close. Coastline, I'd still say about 15 at a Long Branch. Pascagoula Valley delayed near Pearl River. Raritan Valley delayed. Customer at Roselle Park. Morrison Essex again with the Gladstone Branch suspension. So give yourself plenty of extra travel time on transit today. We know the drill. I mean, I'm basically talking to people who may have just moved into the tri-state area from last winter to now. I mean, anybody who's lived here even for a year. Delays 23 AEM and R. We go to the rails. We have some delays in the Babylon branch. Grand Central due into Babylon 828, 10 to 15, late through Jamaica. Montauk branch 10 to 15 through Spionk. What's another 15 minutes on an already 2.5 hour ride. Port Jeff 641 Grand Central doing a Huntington 752 operating 10 to 15 late there. Delays in the Harlem line 640 train from Southeast to Grand Central is every 10 to 15. Haven line 15 to 20 broken down train there. Service chains and on the Danbury branch. That let's see if we can do this. Let's see. Some golden sunshine. Show the video. There it is. Unfortunately, I can't make it full screen. Well, I guess we can't. Connor says, yeah, I forgot to tune into your show last night. Wasn't expecting a last minute stream. Yeah, like I said, it was completely spur of the moment. Sunshine here in the Keys. Up. Furthest to the south here. Key West, Florida. I don't know why you can't make them full screen. This is as far west as south as you can go. That's it. Can't really show you Hawaii because we're still 3 in the morning. Up this way. Miami. Some traffic there in Miami. Nice and warm, right? Oh, Florida. Look at all these cameras. This is fantastic. Boca Raton, West Palm Beach. Slow traffic there. Wow. Hmm. Let's see if I can bring in the temperature map if I remember what it is. Weather.gov. Temperature for right now. This is going to be the high temperatures. I don't think this is actually what the temperature is. This is the temperature of what it is now. Oh, no. So that's the maximum temperature. Look at this. For today, you know, Georgia, South Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama, all of Florida into the mid to upper 80s. I mean, it's just a scorcher here for February. We'll go to the temps, apparent temp. Ah, there we go. This is what it is right now. I believe that's what that's what I'm dealing with. So again, you can see our temperatures here. To the northeast, chilly 20s up to upstate New York, into the 30s in Jersey, Long Island, Connecticut. But just you cross over into Delaware, looking at the lower 50s, mid 60s here in Raleigh. And again, it's off to a pleasant start here in the southeast, all the way out towards this early in the morning. These may be the highs for today, but I mean, just stunning weather. And honestly, quite frankly, even out towards the Midwest, I mean, we're not looking at terrible temperatures here in the lower half of Illinois, out towards Bowling Green, Kentucky, into the upper 50s, lower 60s, even into Ohio, into the mid 40s. So it's still at interesting pattern that we're in. Let's see how long that. Oh, this is now for Tuesday. I'm sorry. I don't know why they said it was for Wednesday at 7 p.m. Foolishness. At 8 o'clock for today. The temperatures now. That's what I wanted. Say it can't be 91 degrees in San Antonio. But look at all this warm air just pocketing in down in here, mid to upper 60s, lower 70s this morning throughout the southeast into Florida, Miami, 68, beautiful. These 60s push all the way up into, northern North Carolina, Southern Virginia at this point. Thursday. Let's see how that warm air comes up. March 2nd, that's at 4 a.m. 1 in the afternoon on Thursday. That's 1 in the afternoon on Thursday. That's what they're predicting. And look at the temps here. What we're dealing with. It's pretty crazy. Temps into the lower 60s. For South Jersey, as you get to DC, almost 70, and that warm air kind of blankets up into Bucks County, down through southeast Pennsylvania, into the 60s. mean, look at Virginia, Richmond at 72, Lynchburg at 70, Delaware coming in into the mid 60s, Maryland parts up to almost 70. So it's pretty insane. Some of this warmer air that's kind of just pocketing up this way. Let's go to the weekend. Let's try Saturday. Definitely cooling off here. Raleigh is only getting up towards about 52. It's all the way out as far as it goes. This will be March the 6th at 7 p.m. Afternoon sometime. 1 o'clock on Monday. So temps are definitely coming down. You know, where you're into the 70s and almost 80s here, you're into the upper 60s and 70s. So it's really comfortable there. Nice. And we'll do one last thing before we go off there. I know we said we were going to leave 15 minutes ago, but I'm just rambling now. Prediction Center. I want to just see if they have what they're looking at for the next 14 days temperature wise. So we're actually, as Johnny said, leaning towards the colder side of things, just, you know, below normal for the next 14 days. You know, we haven't seen that in a while. Precip is normal. Let's see what the 1 month outlook looks like. We're just about average. Getting into for the month of March, the 3-month outlook actually looks like I think once we get through the middle of March, going to start to see a bit of a warming trend towards the end of March. Come up above normal, probably into the mid to lower, mid 50s or so. April. Well, that's just a guess on my part. What do I know, right? So there we go. All right, friends, I think I've been rambling on for the last 15 minutes. So I thank all of you for joining us. Connor, Anna, Alexandra, thanks so much for the kind words. Thanks for joining us here on this extended long broadcast of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Let's do this. Let's go to our YouTube page. Let's like and subscribe, friends. Let me bring that in. Actually picked up another subscriber, 2 more subscribers. So nice. So like, subscribe, Tri-State Traffic Show if you can. Definitely hit the like button on the videos because that certainly helps out the algorithms and maybe pushes us into a different lane. So please do that. So thank all of our friends who have subscribed and our new subscribers here. Thank you so much for joining us here at episode 171. Pass it along to all your friends if you can. Let's see, maybe, I don't know, 200 subscribers in the next 39 episodes. I think is going to be a really hard task, but we'll see how many we can get. So I appreciate everybody for everything they brought to the conversation. I'm only bringing this page in because they just need the side lighting with the white background. So the computer screen gives me a little glow. All right, friends. So I think we're going to sign off here because I'm running out of voice. So thank you so much for dialing us up here on a Tuesday morning. We'll be back tomorrow morning, probably around 7:30. I think we'll be up and running. Connor, Anna, Alexander, again, thanks a lot for joining us. Again, be safe out there. Be careful. Make sure all the snow is gone from your vehicle before you take to the roads. Be careful later on this evening with some of those wet conditions that may freeze up. Some potential, possibly, I say very possibly, some black icing conditions around our area, especially with those temps that John has predicted for later this evening into the 20s. So it's going to be a very cold evening. And we thank our chief meteorologist, Sean Rocco, for the forecast here on this weather day, this Tuesday, a snow day for a lot of kids and delayed openings for the schools. So again, we thank you so much for watching us again. Drive safely, be careful, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, everybody.